working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get off, go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. He for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter, I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven and they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you...
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, You can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Right now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Trucks over him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They will run for the first time here with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's a toss right side with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry.
Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
The Steelers at 3-11 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He hits Adams, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do. It
means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a 2nd one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. A tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
from just shy of midfield. Pickett. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, now Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2. Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On play action, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw his Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoffs the ball. Mission accomplished there.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field, things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Micah Kiser. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Finally hauled down
for the first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Back to the running game with Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 31, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
135 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Jacobs again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett.
Big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
That's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pickett back to throw.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Now back to throw.
Man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Pass complete, George Pickens with it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again.
That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll throw again with Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Carr going to throw here. He hits Adams, complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Raiders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Finding room at midfield.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that